All right, so I found myself with a little bit of extra free time while I'm in between projects, and I thought it might be cool to do something a little bit fun. So I thought, why not show you guys the process that I do for branding, and I'll do it for something interesting like a skateboarding brand. So this is really just going to be a portfolio piece that I'm doing for fun and just to kind of show off my skills, and then I'll be able to put it in my portfolio and use it to market my services. But hopefully through that process, you guys will be able to take away something from it that you might be able to use in your next project. Or this will just be an interesting and fun watch. So before we get into the actual designs, something I want to be a little bit clear about is I've basically already started on the project. I'm kind of jumping into this after the fact, but I still wanted to kind of bring you guys up to speed, so that way I can catch you guys up and we can continue on the project together. So let me show you where I'm at so far. So first off, since this is a personal project and I wasn't actually hired to do this, I had to come up with a brand name, which for the skateboarding industry, I think it's kind of cool because it doesn't have to be too serious or too professional. You can kind of have fun with it. It doesn't have to be anything too crazy. And so a lot of the names that I came up with could have worked, but what I ended up going with was Censor. Now, specifically why I ended up going with Censor is because one, it was short and sweet, so it wouldn't make things too complicated. And whenever I thought about the word and how I might translate it into a brand identity, I thought of a lot of cool and unique ideas that I could kind of utilize in order to create the brand. Now, if this was an actual brand project, I wouldn't actually have the opportunity to name the brand and make it something easy that I can kind of visualize. But since this is a portfolio piece, I'm going to use everything to my advantage, and this is just one of them. So after choosing the name, the first thing that I wanted to do was work on the logo. If I was working for a client, probably what I would start with is a mood board and then move on to stylescapes. But since this is a project that's just coming straight out of my head, I already had ideas for the brand identity and I didn't really need to explore or get input from someone else. So I was able to kind of skip those steps. So once again, the first step that I'm going to start with is just drawing out some logos. So for me, that's just getting out my notebook and just writing anything that comes to mind, whether it's good, whether it's bad, it doesn't matter, because sometimes the worst ideas lead to the best ideas. You just don't really know. And so my philosophy is just, if it comes to your mind, write it down. If it sucks, you can ignore it. If not, sometimes you'll come back to it, a day or two later, and you're like, oh, you know what? If I were to tweak this in this way, it would actually be cool. But the way that I did it right now is bad. But that's what I did. I started with the logos and I just wrote down a bunch of things, which, like I said, since this was a personal project, I already kind of had an idea of what I wanted the brand to be. And so I didn't have to do a lot of explorations like I typically would. Typically, I might spend an entire week just kind of, jotting down ideas for logos. But since this is a personal project and I already had what I wanted, I didn't spend too much time on the logos. And really, I feel like even if this wasn't a personal project, I wouldn't have spent that much time on them anyways, because I feel like the idea that I had in my head was the best option. I tried some other things, but it just didn't really work or feel right. So I said, you know what, instead of trying to make this more complicated, why don't I just go with the simplest option? And that kind of feels like the best option. But anyways, once I had the logo kind of tweaked the way that I wanted and I had it laid out, I could really start working on creating a lot of the brand assets, which, of course, since it's a skateboarding brand, one of the first things that I wanted to explore were the deck graphics. While I was creating the logo ideas, I had a couple ideas pop into my head of what I could do for deck graphics, as well as some further assets. And I just started kind of writing those down, just kind of getting them onto paper so that way I wouldn't forget them. But really, these are just kind of really rough sketches of things just to remind myself so whenever I actually go to create them, I know what to do. But of course, things don't always translate perfectly the way that they're in your head into the real world. So of course, there's a little give and take as far as what's in my head and what actually works. Like I will say, some of the ideas that I had in my head don't really translate that well to deck graphics, not because they're not good ideas, but because the decks are so tall and thin, so there's not a whole lot of space to work with. So you have to kind of approach things a little bit differently than you would if you were working on something that has a little bit more space. But of course, I wanted to go through all of the ideas that I had, just get them written down and created somewhere, even if it's just a first and rough draft. So that way I can see if it does work or it doesn't work, if I like it, if I don't like it, and then I can always come back and tweak things or just not use them if I don't want to. But now that we have a nice set of deck graphics done, I think we can move on to something else, which for me, what I'm going to now kind of move into is the kind of poster designs, photo treatments, just some of the things like that that you might actually see from the brand, like social media posts, advertisements, or, event posters. So let's get into that. So I've been working on these designs for a little bit. They're definitely not the best. I don't think I'm finished with them, but they're at least in a good enough state to where I think I can move on to the rest of the project. So that way I can come back, add some final tweaks and make some changes, and it's not gonna be a huge difference. But at any rate, the next thing that we're gonna tackle is the merch design. So let's get into that. Somehow, I just keep finding ways to make the visuals even better on this channel. But all joking aside, I forgot to record me actually making the designs, so I kind of had to improvise. But now that we have the merch designs done, it's time to go back through the project, refine everything, and then maybe do some mock-ups or some things like that, just to kind of tie everything in a neat bow. But you've already seen what it looks like for me to work on this project, so let's just skip straight to the results. So first, let's start with the logos. Honestly, the logo isn't anything too crazy or special, but I like how simplistic it is. It's bold, it's unique, and as soon as you see it, you understand the concept, which I think is really important for a logo, especially for a brand identity like this that has a lot of other kind of elements that play into it that aren't necessarily the logo itself. Once you understand the concept behind the logo, I think it's much easier to attribute other design elements to the company, even if it's not necessarily the logo. Like for instance, blurring out faces and stuff. So if you've seen the Censor logo and you understand, oh, it's censoring, and you know that they're a skateboarding company, if you were flipping through a magazine and you were to see an image with somebody's face being blurred out, you might automatically attribute it to that company just by association. I feel like the only thing that maybe I could have done a little bit better is come up with a unique design for the asterisk. I definitely tried to come up with something, but everything I came up with just didn't really look right, and it didn't really fit in with kind of the direction that I was going. So I like the simplicity of the one that I have currently, but I guess maybe there's some room to improve upon the icon that's actually being used. So next up, let's talk about some of the advertisements that I made. I did end up going back and making some kind of drastic changes to some of the designs that I had. I just wasn't really happy with how they were kind of turning out. They just didn't feel as creative as I wanted them to. And so I wanted to go back and just kind of rethink through some of the processes that I used, which I think where I've ended up is a lot better than where I was before. Now, I do still think that I could improve upon these designs or come up with some better designs. I know it's definitely true that I could spend more hours and more time on these. I could come up with endless amounts of them. So I think this is a good point to step away because I do enjoy what I've made and I do think it works for the company, but as always, there's always that room for improvement. But I tried to make each design as unique as possible because I really wanted to explore what could be done through the brand identity. And for only working on this project for 1 or 2 weeks, I feel like this is a pretty good spot. Like I said, I feel like there's always room for improvement, but as a first step, and if this was a brand that was just starting out, I feel like this would be a great direction to follow and a great foundation to build the brand off of. And of course, following the direction of those advertisements, I made some social media posts, which they're not really anything too crazy in terms of the design, because honestly, I didn't want it to feel very design. I feel like with social media, the brands that do the best are the ones that can be kind of authentic and real, and they don't have to, design and be perfect all the time. And so I feel like these kind of really quick designs that aren't doing too much are a great way to still kind of align itself with the brand, but also not be too designed and professional and perfect. Now for the merch designs, I kind of have a similar sentiment that I did with the advertisements. I did come up with a couple different designs. I think they're good, but as always, there's room for improvement, and there's always different things that you could add or take away or change to make, different merch that looks good or is different from what I've already created. But as a starting point and just to kind of showcase what could be possible with the brand, I feel like this is a solid start. Surprisingly, I really like the shirt with the face on it. Kind of a no-brainer kind of design, like, of course you would do something like that, but honestly, it kind of turned out exactly how I had in my head, so I'm kind of stoked about it. Now lastly, let's talk about the deck graphics. Honestly, I didn't change as much as I thought I was going to do. I just kind of got rid of some of the designs that I just didn't feel as confident about. I feel like there's definitely some other things that I could explore with the deck graphics, but for being kind of just a showcase of what could be possible with the brand and being the first designs for the brand, I feel like these designs are a pretty good starting point. Some of them are simple, some of them are a little bit more complicated, some are kind of serious, some are just kind of funny, not very serious. So I feel like there's a good enough variety of what I've done. So that way, going into the future, there's that kind of flexibility for the brand to kind of branch out to something that's more funny or more serious. It's a little bit more open-ended, and it doesn't have to be one or the other. And it also showcases a bunch of different ways that we might, censor different objects or things or people. That way, if the brand were to continue, people might be able to recognize design elements or concepts that kind of show up more often. And so that brings this project to a close. Honestly, this is probably the most fun that I've had in a long time in terms of doing a brand project. And so this was just a great project just to have some fun and have a great new portfolio piece. But as always, I'd love to hear what you guys think about this brand. Is it good? Is it bad? Could it be improved in some way? Let me know in the comments. And of course, if you found this video helpful or entertaining in any way, I'd appreciate it if you would check out the rest of my channel and then consider subscribing. Hope to see you in the next video.